Blessings, beautiful people. Today, another fascinating one, and sharing an experience and a number of experiences on egoic exorcisms. Yeah, as always, weird, wonderful, bizarre things that seem to be part of my world nowadays, and loving it. More bizarre and weird because then we're getting rid of our social programming in our mind and our boring normal stuff. Who wants that? Okay, so these egoic exorcisms, we see the whole Christian thing and all the movies and all that sort of stuff. And there's rituals, heads moving around and things. Okay, that's the perception. But what is it real in the body? What's actually happening? How can it affect us? What can we do about it? I like to take action and get results. Hey, it's the only way to do it in my book. So these things first started happening after I'd done a fair bit of cleansing and I really got past my Kundalini rays and got onto the subtle bodies, because we're really not going to notice the effects of the egoic exorcism, which are really parasite removal. Yeah, I know, I've been doing a lot of it lately. Up to 24 meters now. Who knew? So, to share with you, these things happened first in my meditation practice, and I'd be there lying down. I prefer to lie down in meditation because there's a lot less muscle use. Makes sense, right? And I'd be lying there and my body would fold in half, boom, and then boom, my head would bang back onto the pillow, like, 14, 15 times odd. And I'm like, what's going on here? This is not right. Something's going on. And I just tell myself to breathe and witness. Just keep breathing and keep witnessing. And these meditation skills and practices certainly come in handy for that. What was happening? I allowed it to happen, and then as soon as I'd come back out of it and regain my sense of control and sense of self, instantly I'm going straight to oregano oil. I was just totally drawn to it. Why is going on? Why? Lots of questions, as you would expect. Oregano oil has lots of antifungal, anti-parasitic properties, and the parasites were having an effect on my nervous system to control my behavior and my entire body. I know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? But it's happened, so all you can do is accept it, really. And then it would happen in, say, a Kundalini yoga class when my vibration is high, I'm getting a lot of oxygen content in, and I've already cleared a lot of the gunk, the solid fecal matter, the solid mucus plaque. And now my body's at a subtle body stage where they didn't have any choice. That was the next thing in the level of homeostasis that my body had to attack, that was a foreign invader. Much like we're detoxifying every time we sleep and every time we move and we do things in our daily lives. And these things have happened maybe 7, 8 times, and then again this morning. I have a regular coffee enema practice, as I'm sure most people are aware. And when you've got all of this amazing super Lamborghini antioxidant abundance coming into your intestinal tract, then the gunk that's next just has to go. The body says, now I've got resources, you're next. And in my experience, my body will, sometimes this morning, my shoulders would move forward uncontrollably. And I'm like, hang on, normally you're in touch with your body really beautifully. But these things were exerting their last effect on the body. And they've been there the whole time. We can't really manifest. Manifest actually means what's in within. Like manifesto, what's in a cargo ship, in the hold of a cargo ship. Manifesto. And it's exerting the last semblance of control to tell you the message that that's what's leaving and that's what you're becoming whole again. Because to heal means to become whole. So whatever blockages are there in our nervous system or in our entire body, we're not whole. There's something else having an effect. And when they go, oh boy, do you notice it, because they're controlling the subconscious mind, having certain effect on behavior and patterns and things we pick up from our childhood and our parents. It's the real meaning of it. And it's like today I got rid of 1.4 meters of parasites. I think they're hookworms or roundworms, I'm not 100% sure. Seems there's a lot of conjecture around these things because they're having a control on the mind through the nervous system. So as a result, afterwards I'm feeling absolutely tremendously connected to my soul. I can feel my body that much more, and I'm actually drawing in more energy from the sun because there's an extra section. Here it was, both on the corners of both sides of my large intestine, which is a known problem area where things can get caught. Because unless you're moving and actually attacking that, they can grow there because there's yucky spots and gunk there. So, nervous system, egoic exorcisms, not really all these fancy spiritual conceptual things or crosses and and that's essentially just an energy healing to get rid of the parasites. Because parasite, the serpent symbolism is the devil, the diablo, the kundalini snake, the serpent. All the same, essentially same concept for gut critters or serpents. And by naming them, that means you can find and identify them so they don't like that. You'll see it in conversation if I talk about parasites with people, which I often am in recent times. They can have a reaction. Aha! Okay, there's a parasite there in your kidney. I can identify now that it's been removed from within me. And you can tell by that person and what emotion and what energies they're feeling when you mention something like this. Because as we know, if there's an emotional reaction, there's an emotional reaction, it has to go through the nervous system. If there's a blockage, and somebody talks about that blockage or identifies that as a parasite, that parasite has to go, don't like that, send a message to the brain. It happens. So feel free to keep an eye on that if you wanted to. I've got a fantastically beneficial program for parasite removal, and boy does it work. 24 meters now. Alright, so there we go. Egoic exorcisms, parasite removal. Easy explanation, in the body, real, get it done. That's how I like to roll.